I've been getting a lot of love today for the braid in my hair, but we're going to show you a different braid on the show today, a waterfall braid. Now, Janice, my hairstylist, has done this in my hair, and people look at it and they say, this seems so complicated.
Right.
Michelle, you're convinced? Not complicated?
It's actually easier, in my opinion, than doing a classic French braid.
Ooh, that's good news.
And the thing that makes it so beautiful is that sometimes a French braid tightens the hair. Well, it does. It tightens the hair right to the head.
Yeah.
Whereas a waterfall braid will leave some flow, and it'll give you a little bit more hair to soften the perimeter.
Okay, well, this is Haley, our model, and you're going to give us a little tutorial on how we can do this at home.
Exactly. So a couple of things: you always want to make sure the hair is nice and smooth and there's no tangles in it. If you plan to curl the hair, you're going to curl it after you braid it. Don't have your hair all curled up and then try to do an intricate braid.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a little bit of sealed ends, which is just a soft anti-static. This is going to work just to polish the hair before you start. And some of the things you look for in a braid is really just nice, clean pieces. So your first 3 sections need to be simple and clean. So I'm going to get you to turn your head to that side. I'm going to show how to do this just around the face, on the hairline, because I think this is such a pretty way to make your style look a little bit more on trend. Braids are so trendy right now, and if you have a really simple outfit, adding a braid can give you detail that complements something that's very, very simple.
Right.
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with your 3 pieces, right? Take the top one, bring it over the middle, and then always make sure you know where all 3 pieces are. I like to pinch the middle piece. Then I'm going to take the top or the front piece over that middle piece, so I know I have it there.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll even take it and be like, okay, that's where it is, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to pinch here. This is a classic French braid where you would take some from the top.
Yeah.
Right?
And add it in.
And add it in. Now this is what makes it different when you do waterfall, is that this piece that's here, we're going to leave it out.
Oh.
Now we're going to pick a new piece from underneath, fold it over, and the cool thing is honestly, if it's a little bit messy, even more trendy.
Right, because those other pieces that you add in, the new pieces, they're not going to be as clean as those first 3 that you did, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay, as long as your
look.
starting point is good. So again, over the top, and this piece here that you would normally bring in, it stays. Look at how pretty that's starting to become. New piece from underneath, and it's just a bit of a random section. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Right.
Again,
add in
so I'm going to do the
more.
last one just to make it, you know, enough strands that you can really see.
Yeah.
Leave it out, and come from the underneath, whoop, over top.
Very
so you
cool.
can see if it was really tangly down here, that would actually be a pain in your butt.
Yeah.
So turn your head to the side just slightly. So you can see how pretty that is, and then you could go in and curl.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
That's really lovely. Okay, who's going to try it at home? By applause, who's going to try it? Yeah? I challenge you to try it. Put it on social media. Let us know, loop us in, because that would be cool to see people's attempts at waterfall braids. When you explain it like that, I feel like I could do that.
I'm going to show you something even easier.
Okay, sure.
So that's the waterfall braid. Everybody's seen it. This is actually a really pretty way, again, 3 sections. This is called a running braid. And to me, again, it's actually even more simple. So you start with your 3 pieces. Top one comes over the middle. The bottom one comes up and over. And in this one, you just keep grabbing from the top, and you never ever grab from the bottom. So the bottom does come over, but nothing comes from here.
All right. And
then I have my top one. I'm going to try to take my little finger and grab some of the top hair.
Yeah.
Bring it over. It really starts to come together after you see a few. Okay, so what happens is you get, again, the softness of the braid coming over the surface. Nothing is hanging down.
Right.
You can keep going like that, and but it still gives that a lot more of a pretty perimeter than really tightening everything in a French braid, where everything is so taken away from the hairline.
So did you start with your Barbies like I did and most of us did? Because what is it about the braids that you love so much? I love them too. I think they look fantastic. I think that they go across different ethnic lines.
Yeah.
Everyone can do braids, and I think that's what's great about them. What do you love about them?
For me, I think that they take a style to something that looks elegant, that looks really like you did something to your hair that looks awesome, but really they're just very simple, and the messier they are sometimes, the more natural and the prettier they are.
For sure.
So you don't have to be perfect with it. That's what I love.